Hey lovely people, welcome back once again to another episode of Stitches Biz Collection. I'm Miss Stitches. Today I'm so excited to share with you how to make this easy handmade club beaded bag. Before we start, make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit the bell button. Let's get started. Materials needed. So this is one side of what we are about to weave, or of the bag. So to start, you cut your fish line, and as usual we are using 0.7 because it's thick enough for us to use. Then you make sure you have equal ends. The ends. Then you fix 4 beads. You can fix it on any side you want. So you fix 4 beads, and then you cross with the last bead, which is the 4th bead. And then you make sure you have equal fish line. And then we have our first ring. And then you go on and pick 3 beads. This time you fix 1 on both fish line, and then you cross with the last bead. So you fix 1 on both fish line, so 1 bead on both fish line, then you cross with the last one. Then we get our second ring, and then you still fix 1 bead on each fish line again, then you cross with the last bead. So you pick 3 beads, fix 1 on each fish line, then you cross with the last one. Then we get our 3rd ring. So we are going to continue weaving till we get 16. So we have 3 and 13 more left. So there we go, we have it now. When you get to the last bead, this time you fix 2 beads on the left fish line. Then you cross with the last one. So note, when you get to the last side, we want the fish line to turn. So you fix 2 beads on the left fish line, then you cross with the last bead. So we have it turned now. And then you still pick 3 beads, fix 2 on the left fish line again, and then you cross with the last one. So with this method, we want the fish line completely turned so we can weave to the other direction. So we have it now, and then you go through the next bead here, this bead. After you've gone through the next bead, and then we pick 2 beads, fix 1 on the left fish line, then we cross with the right fish line. So it has turned to the direction we are weaving towards, and it's so easy for us to weave now. So we have it, and you go through the next bead here. So now we are weaving to the other end with the same method. So we have it there now, and to turn, you go through the next bead, and then you pick 2 beads again. This time you fix 1 on the right fish line, then you cross with the left fish line. So this time to turn on the other side, you fix the bead on the right fish line, then you cross with the last one. There we go. After, you then pick 3 beads, fix 2 on the right fish line again, then you cross with the last one. So you pick 3 beads, fix 2 on the right fish line, then you cross with the left fish line. So we have it turned again so we can weave to the other end. So with the first design, we have to weave 7 times. The same method, we weave 7 times. So we have 3 and we are adding 4 more. So for the first design, we're weaving 7 times. There we go. We have it. We have our 7 now. To continue, we have to pass our fish line to the last but 1 bead here, the bead I'm pointing. So you have to pass it through to the next bead. So please watch the bead I want the fish line to go through. we have it now, and the fish line is out of the last but one bead. So we weave to the other end with the same method. With the same method, you weave to the last but one bead on the other end. Okay, so we have it on the other end now, and we still have to pass our fish line through to the last but one bead again. So we have it, and we are still going to weave to the other end, or to the other last but one bead on the other end here. So we weave to that side, and we have it now. So with the first design, we have to get the base. The base have to be 10. Okay, so we are going to weave one more so we can get 10. So if you count, we have 10 at the base, and then the top is still 16, and the sides are still 7. So this is for the first design. And with the second design, the top is still 16 and the side has to be 8. Okay, so when you count, we have 8 on the side. So after weaving the side, you have to weave only 2 steps. Then the base has to be 12. So we are using the second design for the bag, and now we are about to weave around it to form the full bag. But maybe you would like to use the first design, so you are free to use that design. So I'm going to weave around it and leave the 16 part. So you cut a new fish line, and then you go through the bead here, the top bead or the first bead, the one I'm going through. And then with the same method, you pick 3 beads, fix 2 on the left fish line, then you cross with the last one. So as the same method, we are weaving around it. You go through the next bead, and then you fix 2 beads and cross with the last one, and then you go on and weave around it to the last bead on the other end. So we are using the same method for that. After the first round, you still weave one more time for us to get 2 steps. After you are done and your fish line is not long enough for you to use it again, you can pass it through. But mine is long enough, so I'm going to continue weaving with it. So here is the other end I made, and we're about to join it together. So you pick 2 beads, fix 1 on the left fish line, and then you go through the other side, the first bead on the other side you made, and then you cross with the last bead. Then you go through the next beads with both fish line, as you can see. So with both fish line, you go through the next bead, and then you still cross with 1 bead. So this is what we are doing. You go through the next beads with both fish line on both sides, as you can see I'm doing. Then you cross with 1 bead. So that is all we are doing to join the bag. We are done now, and we have the bag formed. We are not done with it. We are going to make some designs on the sides. So we are going to fold the side. Please watch how I'm folding it carefully. So you fold it like this, and then you go through the beads with both fish line on each side, as I'm doing now. So let me say you go through 3 beads. That is if your fish line is not long enough for you to continue. Then you cross with 1 bead. As we're joining the bag, the method we used. So you still go through the next bead with both fish line, and then you cross with one bead. Then for the last time, we go through the next bead with both fish line on each side. Then you cross with the last bead, you cross with one bead, and then you pass the excess fish line through everything. So you pass it through everything to make sure it's well locked or well fixed. We are done with one side and we are getting the actual shape we want. So you repeat the same thing to the other side. And we have it now. So we are going to make a handle for it, and you can make a cover for it or you leave it like that. So you fix a new fish line through this bead, the last bead, the bead I'm going through. Okay, watch it well. You make sure you have equal ends, and then you now fix the beads on both fish line as I'm doing it. So watch it well and do it with the same method. So you go on and fix the beads till it's long enough for you, then you can stop. So I have the length I want now, and I'm going through the last bead on the other side too. Then you make sure you pass the fish line through the beads to make the handle firm. So there we go, we have the handle done now, and I'm about to weave a cover for it. So I'm going to weave a cover for it to make the bag nicer. So with the same method, I'm weaving the cover with the same method as we started with. Alright, so we won't have the handle standing because the beads we use for the handle are very heavy. They are heavy, just imagine. We are using this glass crystal beads. Okay, so they are very, very heavy. And voila, we have a beautiful and easy club beaded bag done. Please give this video a thumbs up if you want to see more and more of my tutorials. Comment and share as well. Please follow me on Instagram and on Facebook. Subscribe to my channel and hit the bell button so you won't miss any of my tutorials. Thank you. See you in my next video. Have a nice day. Bye.